So when I was listening to Dr. Starr just describe what's going on here in Montgomery County, and as I was listening to our great county executive, Ike Leggett, talk about the term investment, and I was listening to Craig Rice talk about partnerships we have and thinking about the work that Senator King, Delegate Barkley, and everyone else who's involved in local government. As I was thinking about those remarks, I realized how blessed I am to represent citizens who are part of a state and a county where people care so much about education, because it really is a singular blessing to have such a priority placed on education. And I think Ike said it really well when he talked about the fact that the taxpayers in this county have really made education a priority, because budgets are priorities. They're priority statements. They're a reflection or an animation of what we care about as citizens. And the citizens of Montgomery County step forward and elect terrific leaders who hire wonderful administrators to really create, by any measure, the best public education system in the United States. So I feel incredibly fortunate to represent citizens who live in that kind of an environment. And we all know that education at the end of the day is about giving kids a shot. It's about giving kids a shot in the world, which is so important. It's also about making them good citizens, right? Turning some of them into the next Wilson Wims of the world, people who are really heroes. And I want to thank the members of the family for being here and allowing this school to be named after a local hero, because that's obviously what he was. But that happens in the education system. Kids get a shot, and they learn about their community, and they learn what matters. And so in that regard, education is really about the American dream. Right? Without a good education system, without a good public education system, the country isn't a land of opportunity, it's a land of birthright, right? And we want this land to continue to be a land of opportunity. And that's why it's so important. And increasingly, and the experts in the room can speak to this with much greater proficiency than I can, but increasingly we're learning that so much of the action around education is occurring in the younger years, in the elementary years. We talked a lot about pre-kindergarten education already, but so much of the action is taking place at that level, which is why it's great that investments are being made in new elementary facilities like this. This is where that kind of thirst for knowledge comes. This is where kids really start kind of fostering the cognitive abilities that are so important in the world that we live in today. This is where outstanding literacy is really formulated by wonderful teachers, or where they get interested in the arts or the theater or in athletic endeavors that are important to them. This is where it all happens. This is where that trajectory is set. And increasingly, the data also tells us that there's never been a stronger correlation in our nation's history, never, between having a good education and being successful in the world and contributing to your community and being able to pass on those blessings to your children. Never in our nation's history has it been more important, which is why the priorities that were talked about by our county executive and by everyone else are so important. And again, I just want to thank all of the teachers who were here, all of the parent leaders who were here, all of the administrators are here, because the one thing that you find when you see great teachers and when you see great administrators, great leaders, great parent leaders, when you see that, you see good students, right? Terrific students, ambitious students, students who want to learn, who care about their fellow students, who bully less, who care about literacy, who care about striving to the next thing. Those are always associated with terrific teachers, terrific administrators, and parent leaders, because we're all in this together at the end of the day. So I want to thank you for having me here. The federal government should do more. I'm trying to do my part to make a difference. But fortunately, while the federal government is struggling to do more, we have terrific local leaders who are making a difference. So I just want to thank you for having me, allowing me to share this congratulatory moment with you. To the family, of course, most importantly. You should be very proud of it, as I can tell by the beaming faces you have that you are. And thank you all for having me. Congratulations to everyone here. Thank you.